know. Started in the game slinging cocaine. I was about 17 when it first started, man. Shit was crazy. I was still in high school. Academics was great. Brought up on work. Neek the Exotic chilling with the drama queen on Underground Noise Radio BTR. That's what it is.
As far as Neek the Exotic, you know, we really haven't, I feel that we haven't heard from you in a minute. You know, it's been some time. So explain kind of like what the hiatus was. I mean, what was the holdup? Because I know you always are on your grind, you know, as your music thus says.
Definitely.
But what was like the holdup, if you can kind of put it in a perspective for us who have been kind of waiting for you to drop something?
Well, you know, to be honest with you, I was incarcerated. So
okay,
right after
that explains a lot.
Yeah, well, no, after we did Faking the Funk, I was incarcerated right after that. Right when the video dropped, I was incarcerated for about 4 years. So
right,
I was gone, you know, and that whole time that the song came out, I wasn't even around to promote, to do shows, to do anything. So a lot of people were wondering what happened to that kid that was with Large on that song, and a lot of people never knew what happened. They just heard me on one song, and the song happened to turn into a classic, and then they hear from me no more. And they like, what happened?
Exactly.
So you know, just being real with you, that's basically what happened to me. You know, I was young at that time.
Okay, and what was the reasoning? I mean, was it something that, you know, as you said, you were young at that time? I mean, what was the actual case? Was it something?
Drugs, young dude trying to live in the fast lane.
Okay.
Got caught up, you know. Obviously, it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ended up doing time, and you know.
And you were away for a little bit.
Yeah, about 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years. What happened between 1997 to 2011?
Well, you know, wasn't getting no deals, wasn't getting no love. You know, I was actually out there trying to get a deal, a situation. A lot of people wasn't, you know, checking for me or nothing. So it was very, very hard. You know, I got discouraged. You know, wanted to fall back for a while and see if this was really for me, you know, or if my time passed, so to say, or whatever the case may be. So I did a lot of soul searching. I had a son in between that. You know, I sat back and I said, man, you know what? You still got it, and you still got opportunities, man. So I just got focused, man, and turned this thing around.
Okay, so when was that changing point for you?
Wow, this changing point for me, it happened probably about 3 years ago.
Okay, and what was that situation like?
Wow, it was, I was sitting in the house and, you know, listening to beats, and I had a lot of thoughts coming in my mind, and I was like, damn, man, you got to really get busy, man. It's time for you to get back in the studio. So I just started writing, man. Once I got about 5, 6 songs done, I went in the studio and started laying them songs down, and I was listening to it, and I was like, wow, you know, I'm still here. I still got it. I can still do this, and I never stopped from then. Do
you think that a lot of artists nowadays are more so gimmicks?
Oh, definitely.
Our tools are not, you know, really out there to create a culture of hip hop,
right?
Versus
look at Drake, one of the biggest gimmicks in the hip hop.
You think Drake is a gimmick? Why do you
he's a big gimmick, man.
Why do you feel Drake is a gimmick? Some would say he's the truth, believe it or not.
I mean, if you're from Canada, you might say that, or you play with him on Degrassi or something. You might think that.
You play with him on Degrassi.
If you was in, you know, if you really hip hop and you know what hip hop stands for, what hip hop represents, there's no way you can say he's not a gimmick.
So I'm assuming you're not a Young Money fan.
Definitely not. I'm not a Young Money fan. All them tight jeans and all that stuff, that culture, I'm not into that culture. That's not hip hop. You know, African Bambaataa and Cold Crush and all of them, they wasn't wearing tight jeans and tight shirts. You know, they were wearing sweatshirts and loose pants that they was comfortable in.
Right.
You know, hip hop. To be honest, I don't look for none of that gimmick stuff, or let me try to start something and this and that. If I don't like something, a certain music, I'm going to express it. Now, it's not to start no beef or whatever. You know, you take it basically how you want to take it. But to me, it's just about me expressing my likes and my dislikes and what's on my mind. Because I actually got a song where, you know, I didn't have, you know, I had something a little bit to say about Wale. And
so what's the problem with Wale?
I just think he kind of corny to me. And I just you know, I said something in my album. It's not disrespectful to the point where he's gonna be like, but it just was to let people know, you know, I'm into that real hip hop. You know what I grew up on.
Wale is what hip hop to you?
Candy rap hip hop.
He's candy rap hip. So
yeah,
have you heard anything with him dealing with Maybach Music Group with Rick Ross?
Yeah, I've heard something.
Is it better to you, or is it still candy rap to you?
It's still candy rap. I mean, no matter who you with, you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care what camp you get down with, you're still gonna be you. But you know, it's just the same thing, same old thing, man. You know, it's you know, I don't hear no longevity in music like that when I listen to it. You know, so you know, I had something to say, and just to let people know, listen, you know, ain't no disrespect, Wale, but you know, I grew up on Grand Puba Maxwell and Kumo D and Coogee Rap and Scarface and LL. All these, those are the that's what the people that inspired me. You know what I mean? Right. So that's what I look for.
You feel that the hip hop that's seen today is not an accurate representation of what real hip hop is?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you have a few artists that still represent what hip hop is.
Who are those artists? Give us some insight on who your picks are. Who do you listen to today that is I guess it may be more so in the mainstream light, but still you feel like is a good representation of hip hop?
M.O.P. is a good representation of hip hop. Jadakiss, Styles P. Nas. How can I say? Who else I could say? Wow, it's kind of hard. Jay-Z. I got to give him his props on the music. I'm just talking about music only.
Okay, wait a minute. Pause. What's he don't like Jay's business moves?
I love his business moves, but it's not about the business. When we talk about music and business, it's two different things. Neek the Exotic just finished watching Valkyrie, smoking that L, sitting on my balcony. Hot 97, a lot of chumps sitting there listening to all them chipmunks. I was time to eat food, so I got some croutons. You know how it do. Put some sauce on it, cause I'm the boss on it. My name Neek the Exotic and a floss on it. Peace to my man Satchel Paige. He's with me in the next room, bringing the world of doom. Peace to Large Pro, they call him Extra P. My homeboy from around the way. This is how we do it, and I ain't got nothing else to say. It's like that, y'all.
Still on it, $100 bill on it. So stop, drop out of my way. You been cornered, money bankroll. Always something funky on the ankle. What we provide for the game, another angle. The brim on the Kango gap.